making a video, I think. Anyway, I think if Fred can do sunrises, I'll do sunsets maybe. One a week, maybe. We'll see. Anyway, video. Wind's died down. Shouldn't be too bad. Birds. Anyway, yeah. Mystic. Problematic. Problematic. Yeah, saying that word. It's another one of these words that it's a stupid word. So yeah, I ought to stop using it. It's like people even mention a word as being a stupid word, and then it's stuck in your head, and it just falls out of your mouth, and you're like, shit, I said it again. it's on my shit list. There's the tree. It's hard to believe that much tree. That tree was all the way down. And when I cut it, it popped back up again. It's just an amazing amount of tree. Now I'll play with the zoom a little. To pop back up like that. The smaller tree, I wasn't surprised when that one did it. But the bigger one, yeah, I was surprised. Yeah, it scared the shit out of me, actually. But anyway, still gotta get rid of this crap somehow or other. So, yeah, I'm a little past sunset, actually. Well, the actual setting. But I figure sometimes there's more color if you're after than before. So, it might work out for the best. You're still there? Yeah, I don't know. This camera doesn't have any light indicator whatsoever. And the screen is wiped out. So, without the screen, you can't tell if, it's recording or not. Which is kind of lame. This is, I guess, electrical tape, so I can't lean against the fence, and there appears to be no horses. So the sun is over there. That's Whitney Houston's house area. That's over there where Whitney used to live. The dead Whitney now, I guess. So anyway, yeah, I'll do some zooming. This has got a huge zoom lens, so let's see if I can do a little bit of this, see what it does. Alright, I should be getting to the subject, which is this nasty, irritating subject of, see how steady that is. It'd be interesting to see how steady I can hold the camera with that much zoom. It's a preposterous zoom. So, I'll go wide again, a little bit at a time. So, it might get interesting over in that direction somewhere. Who knows? Anyway, try zooming over here, see if there's anything to zoom into. Probably not. Dumpster or something. Yeah, that's not too interesting. Horse crossing sign, it's not too interesting either. Wind blowing. Wow, where's the microphone? Yeah, it's going to be a problem. Alright, never mind. I'll get out of the wind. So this is the sunset, and it's cold, windy sunset. I guess I could walk technically up this driveway without getting arrested. Washes out a lot. Anyway, oh, that's much nicer for the sun setting. Yeah, there's no more traffic to run me over. Man, the wind really picked up. This is kind of a nice location, maybe for the morning. I can try that sunrise. It's over that way, though. Unfortunately, the sun rises at the other end, so it doesn't rise in such a nice location. Maybe I could find a good location for the sunrise, though. If I went looking for it, I bet I could find it. Anyway, to this suffering thing. So yeah, it's really just quite discouraging, to sit there and have to worry about having conversation about the meaning of value, the value of sentient experience. I mean, go figure. I wouldn't have figured that this is what I would do on YouTube, is have to argue why it matters whether Republicans or Democrats run the world, because it'll create more suffering. I thought that was like sort of a given. The whole reason to argue about anything or talk about anything would be that somehow it would impact the welfare of the feeling creatures. I gotta fill in some more of these potholes. I have to work on that too. Yeah, it just seems like, okay, yeah, we all know that, right? We're all in this to feel better, to do better. And what is doing better is feeling better. I mean, this doesn't need to be argued. Shouldn't need to be argued. Birds. Pretty soon I have to get the gardening going. I have to get rid of some trees I gotta get rid of, and other things before other things can be moved. Anyway, the deers ate everything. I mean, this is just so tragic. You know, they've just degreened my life. Like, this used to be all nice little green myrtle that would be all blue flowers now, but they wiped it all. That tree is a problem. I have to fix that. I'll telephoto up at the top there. See if it gets interesting up there. I don't know. It might get interesting. Yeah, now I'll go back down. Alright. Enough of this crap. It's cold out here. Alright, stuff I gotta fix. Lawnmower and garbage. And yeah, one of the I bought 2 monitors, you know, cheap. One of them's broken. That's kind of a bummer. Things I just haven't, you know, I bought a typewriter for somebody else, and it was broken, so I had to fix it. Shit. Nothing's gone very well lately. Oh yeah, that's something to talk about, actually. Doesn't have much to do with that suffering, though. I don't know if this will work in here, but I changed the settings so it could deal with the outside being a little bit, well, I don't know, technically. Outside was a little gray, so maybe you can just see windows. And the cat's doing a little, I don't know, not too good, I don't think. Anyway, I mean, you know, he has his moments where he seems like his old self, but he has other moments where he seems like he doesn't want to be here anymore. Yeah, I have those. Yeah, that's the subject too. It hurts me. It causes me suffering to have to even accept the disappointment that I feel in people. You know, I really like the modern mystic. I mean, and it disappoints me that that there's some sort of subject here. I mean, I have to validate the fact that the thing I call me, the brain function that we have established as Inmendham, communicating with you, the thing with certain life experience, you know, I don't know, goes to the bathroom a certain way, eats a certain way, has certain habits, and is configured a certain way, that this thing, this arrangement of programs, this bundle of software, you know, Inmendham 2000, you know, it's like a flawed copy, I have to concede. I don't know what it's worse than Windows, the Inmendham software. But it just doesn't matter. So what? I'm an OS. I'm a configuration of software, programs, mechanisms. I just don't see what's so wrong about identifying it as that thing, saying that's what this brain is creating, it's running this software, and that when these programs run, something's happening, something very different than what's happening to a rock. I mean, I really shouldn't have to explain why I am better or more interesting than this cup of coffee. I mean, they both have chemical structure, they both have their own little nuance, but there's something going on here that's a lot more important than even a bacterium or some other moving thing, some other programmed device. The computer itself isn't configured to have the same problem I have. I mean, this thing, you know, well, this thing down there does the computering thing, but it's not configured to have an ouch, an ooh, a mechanism of desire and attraction, repulsion, comfort, discomfort. It doesn't have those mechanisms. My brain is configured to have them. They exist to say they don't mean anything. They don't represent anything. They don't establish the existence of anything. I just say, how do I do anything with that? I just can't make any rational sense out of negating what we have personal experience of. And he even makes that argument if he breaks it down into an other world kind of viewpoint. And so you have an intelligence trying to understand consciousness. And I've sort of had this conversation before, creating the synthetic intelligence and having to explain consciousness. And I've conceded this would be a very difficult thing, a very challenging thing for an intelligence that never experienced consciousness to understand consciousness. It would be very hard to explain consciousness to something that never had it. But you could give some sort of informed, reasonable, within structure, explanation of nuances and differences. You certainly could do the black and white part of it, the plus and minus part of it. I mean, certainly an intelligence would know the difference between a negative number and a positive number. You could explain that kind of thing. You could explain even that there's a scale, a gradient that we exist in. And what we're certain of is that there's the negative element of the gradient. I'm personally not too sure of the positive element, like I said, just because I would argue that all the pleasures that I feel are usually directly related to the easement of some negative condition. But anyway, but yeah, it could be explained. But the point is that any intelligence that would exist in the universe would likely have evolved, so it's going to likely have run into this problem. I think if it's going to have an intelligence, it would likely have to have acquired it through some mechanism of value establishment. So it would know what value was, and that's all you really need to do, is have some concept of value to say that this place here is better than that place there, or this thing here is worth more than this thing here. And we know that it's better to have 6 million Jews eating ice cream than 6 million Jews in concentration camps. And I really shouldn't have to waste my time establishing the value difference between these things, and that suffering matters. I'd like to be able to just even explain this kind of anguish I feel, that this is what I have to waste my time doing. Explaining to people, that fish stink, or some kind of like something obvious, that dog do makes lousy cake frosting. I mean, these are things I shouldn't have to explain. I shouldn't have to argue and go through all this convoluted. I shouldn't have to waste all this mental energy trying to, build arguments to establish the fact that you don't need a can with the word Inmendham written on it to put the feeling thing in or to have the feelings come out of. I don't have to be a thing to create things, to manifest phenomenologically things. But whatever, it just doesn't matter. I mean, there's a point where you just say, fine, whatever, you live in wacky world, and I'll have to deal with this world, and I guess I can't count on your help because you don't see anybody drowning. Okay then, I will go about my business, and you go about your business, and whatever. So that's what I'll say. Whatever. Lament. Yeah, just like that. I like to do it with a Broadway play. Lament. Until next time. I have potato chips. Yes, I do. Yeah, I have some potato chips. Somebody, well, I must get this part. Somebody sent me. I mean, I don't know whether it was like an April Fool's joke, but even if it was just a good joke. Okay, whatever. B&M vegetarian beans. Now, it's very nice, whatever. People send me stuff now and then. But I'm sorry, there's no logic in this one. I mean, first off, I have a problem digesting beans, so it's not the best food in the world for me, so it's going to take me a while to even get through this stuff. But you don't send canned food in the mail. I mean, insanely expensive. I mean, I don't even want to tell you how much it cost to send me these 24 cans of baked beans, but it's a preposterous amount of money. And you're like, burn them. I mean, no, don't burn it. I mean, you know, buy a cat a lollipop with the money. Don't waste it on sending me cans of beans. So again, I don't know whether it's a joke and haha, it's not that funny. I don't know if it was a kind gesture. Man, you got to think a little harder. I mean, I really do appreciate it, but I mean, what were you drinking? I mean, I'm sorry, I just don't get it. I don't get it. So anyway, somebody did send me something that was actually semi-cool. So that this is a little gloom button. You know, Schopenhauer, instead of change, it says gloom. So that's pretty cool, right? So that I can like. Even though I'm a little pissed at Schopenhauer for being a moron and an elitist and a convoluted bibble-babbling overwriter of things. But anyway, that's a whole other subject. But that was good, so bravo on that one. Yeah, that's a good one. And the other thing somebody sent me was, oh yeah, you know, another one of these things where, I mean, I really do appreciate it, but, you know, this was like all the way from Germany or something, too. You know, I mean, it's, you know, it's nice, and 10% good sparkling wine, I think. I guess I'll have to look it on the internet, see how good it is. I don't know, it looks like a screw cap or something, but whatever. It looks drinkable. I like, you know, so it looks drinkable. But again, it's just not it's just not practical. You know. I mean, really, I mean, I'm so... you know, I buy stuff on sale to save 50 cents. I mean, I just don't like wasting money. So don't waste money. Send stuff that doesn't weigh very much. You know, potato chips and cigarettes. There's the secret. Potato chips and cigarettes. I know, I don't smoke, technically. I mean, I don't smoke burning cigarettes, technically, but I do. If they come in the mail. To me. But anyway. But yeah, don't send me stuff because it's not efficient. But I appreciate it. And if you need to do something, yeah, then, you know, send money. Sorry, but you know, money works. Anyway, you know, and I'm not homeless yet. So, but I mean, see, if that's the problem, is once you're homeless, then it's too late to ask for money, because then you're homeless and you don't even have a computer and you can't ask for money. So it is sort of a thing like that where you can't. You never know when. Well, it doesn't. I don't even want to get into that subject. That's another one too nuanced. Point is, thank you. But don't be stupid. Yeah, is that it? Thank you, but don't be stupid. That's just not a very good, nice thing to say. Thank you. Yeah, we just leave it. Thank you, but yeah, that's what I'll do. Thank you, but. Thank you, but. All right. So anyway, I think that's enough. So until the next video, which you'll have more of, I'll be more. Well, I don't care. What's the difference where I am? We got the, you know, these arguments are just so sloppy. They're all over the place. One day you're doing. I mean, it's not even that it's too sloppy. It's just that, yeah, they're all focused on this nihilist crap, and I just didn't think this was going to be a problem. This wacky will to power Nietzsche bullshit. You people are all nuts. Sorry. Call as I see him falling off the tree. Nutball tree. Anyway, till next time. Nothing already. Enough. I have one more zoom. Zoom back. Alright, enough. Till next time. See if we have a video. I don't even know if this. Who knows what we're going to have.